Do you find yourself at a turning point, feeling a profound transformation beckoning, a keen intuition pulsing with the promise of a quantum leap, yet still anxiously searching for external signs that might validate this internal perception? This subtle certainty already manifesting deep within you? It's a deeply human and at times frustrating experience. This dance between the growing clarity of your energy and the apparent slowness of the external world in aligning with it. A paradox where your vibrational frequency rises, but the mirror of reality still reflects echoes of what once was. You feel like you're doing everything right, on an energetic level, dedicating yourself to mental reprogramming and alignment. Yet the manifestation of your new reality seems to resist, generating that understandable impatience and a persistent doubt about the authenticity of your progress. A gap between what you feel and what you see out there. A longing for unquestionable confirmation that you're on the right path to expansion. Allow me to invite you to a paradigm shift, a new way of looking at your inner universe. What if I told you that the most potent markers that a quantum leap is active in your existence are not dramatic flashes of light or coincidences screaming for attention, but rather the most intimate whispers and the subtle metamorphoses of your own perception? They are like the almost invisible ripples on the surface of a calm lake, delicate precursors to a gigantic wave approaching, yet only the trained eye of an active observer can decipher and value them, understanding that true evidence first manifests internally. In this video, we will unveil the true and unmistakable sign that a quantum leap is happening now in your life, and more crucially, how you can not only perceive it with crystal clear clarity, but also consciously activate it, using it as the energetic lever to manifest the reality your soul yearns for. Relax your shoulders, deepen your breath, and prepare to tune into your perception. Your journey of profound revelation, your inevitable expansion, begins precisely at this moment. Feel this now as you read. Allow your consciousness to expand. Do you feel there's a silent symphony orchestrating a profound transformation within your being? A melody your soul recognizes, but your conditioned mind insists on seeking amidst the deafening noise of the external world? Do you find yourself incessantly searching the skies? Vibrant coincidences or world-shaking events for unwavering confirmation that your reality is indeed changing, disregarding the silent symphony that resonates within your inner temple, the true stage where every quantum leap begins its choreography, even before manifesting visibly. Your perception, accustomed to deciphering the tangible and the grandiose, often underestimates the disruptive power of invisible waves that redefine your energetic field, preventing you from recognizing the true signature of your evolution, an almost ethereal yet invaluable trait that only the true observer learns to honor and amplify, validating that profound change is always an inner journey that expands. Recall the almost invisible ripples on the water's surface, announcing the arrival of a gigantic wave, even before it becomes visible in its full magnitude. These are the micro ripples of your inner universe. They are the small, almost imperceptible, yet constant changes in your thoughts, in your emotions, in the daily choices you make, and in your reactions to challenges which the active observer learns to register, decipher, and value as the primary signs of your vibrational ascension. You sense a gentle redirection in your priorities, an unexpected calm amidst the chaos that once consumed you, a clarity that dissipates the fog of mental confusion, and yet, your conditioned mind seeks the dramatic lightning bolt, the undeniable proof, ignoring that the universe speaks in whispers before it. Roars, an invitation to an expansion already in progress, a new energetic alignment. You start to notice that the small irritations of everyday life no longer hold you with the same intensity as before, that others' judgment seems less relevant to your inner peace, or that a persistent need for control over outcomes dissolves into a tranquil surrender to the totality of life's flow, allowing universal intelligence to orchestrate events. These are not mere fleeting mood changes or superficial adaptations. They are profound recalibrations in your energetic field, where old frequencies of resistance and scarcity lose resonance, giving way to coherence, ease, and abundance, manifesting neuroplasticity in its most beautiful form. It's as if your central nervous system is being reconfigured to operate on a new, more efficient operating system, in harmony with your essence, and you feel this lightness, this new fluidity, a natural detachment that isn't indifference, but a newly acquired wisdom, a peace that settles silently, validating your evolution. But how many times upon feeling this gentle breeze of inner change, this new perspective emerging on an old challenge, have you hastily dismissed it as just a passing thought, a fantasy of a tired mind while your eyes persist in scanning the external horizon for more tangible confirmation? You yearn for proof that can be shown, explained, quantified by others, forgetting that the deepest truth, the true evidence of your quantum advancement, doesn't bend to external logic but reveals itself in the quietude of your own being, in the intimate perception that something fundamentally changed in your energetic matrix, at the core of your consciousness. It's a paradox, this incessant search for external validation, when the greatest validation already pulses within you, a melody your soul already recognizes, but your conditioned mind insists on questioning, undermining confidence in your own journey of evolution. This is the core of what we call the code of the active observer, the ability to tune into these internal micro-ripples, to recognize them not as isolated or random events, but as the primary language of your quantum leap in progress, the energetic fingerprints of a new reality collapsing into your present experience. You develop a keen discernment, a sensitivity that transcends superficial vision, allowing you to see the subtleties others ignore, the nuances that delineate the map of your next evolutionary phase, guiding you to the totality of your potential. It's like learning to read in a new universal language, where every feeling, every intuition, every shift in thought pattern is a word charged with meaning, a direct message from the unified field, inviting you to surrender to the process with trust and profound acceptance. External reality is, in its purest essence, a mirror that reflects the dominant frequencies of your inner universe, of your vibrational field, and therefore, expecting the mirror to change before the source of the image transforms is an inversion of the natural order of creation, a subtle form of self-sabotage to your own manifestation. True observers understand that every alteration in your perception, every new conscious choice aligned with your highest good, every genuine vibrational elevation acts as an impulse in the quantum field, reorganizing the particles of reality around your new energetic coherence, manifesting neuroplasticity in its most sublime form. It is proof that your brain, your heart, and your soul conspire to recreate your world from within, weaving a tapestry of experiences aligned with your highest essence, validating that profound change is always an inner journey that expands and reveals itself. Cutting-edge science shows us that your brain is in a constant process of neuroplasticity, reconfiguring its neural pathways with every sustained thought, every felt and nurtured emotion, and it is precisely this innate capacity that allows you to shape your inner reality, creating fertile ground for the quantum leap to take root and flourish with unquestionable vitality. When you consciously choose a new perspective, a higher emotion that resonates with your truth, you are literally reprogramming your biological hardware, altering the architecture of your own observer, transforming the way you interact with and interpret the universe around you. This internal reconfiguration is the true sign that your field is in alignment, that your frequency is rising, and that external manifestations are merely the inevitable collapse of the wave of infinite possibilities, a delayed, but absolutely certain, reflection of your profound inner transformation, a process already in motion. Your ability to internally observe these micro-ripples without judgment, but with loving curiosity and a deep sense of acceptance, is the master key that unlocks the portals of your evolution and accelerates your journey of expansion. By becoming an active observer, you not only recognize the existence of these internal ripples but amplify them, giving them energy, attention, and intention, solidifying them into your conscious experience, elevating your resonance. It's like the famous double-slit experiment, where conscious observation itself collapses the wave of possibilities into a manifest particle of reality. Your attentive focus on the subtle changes in your internal vibration is not a passive act, but a deeply creative one, an act of co-creation with the unified field. Precisely shaping your next evolutionary stage, you become the architect of your own reality, a true master of your experience. For the universe bows to the intention of a conscious observer, validating the interconnectedness of all, However, impatience is the subtle and most treacherous enemy of this active observation, leading you to divert your gaze from the interior to the exterior, seeking evidence that aligns with predefined expectations instead of surrendering to the innate intelligence of the universe, which operates in its own divine and perfect timing, a timing that transcends linear logic. You may feel this new lightness in your heart, this mental clarity that was previously lacking, but the conditioned mind, thirsty for tangible proof, for grandiose external milestones, induces doubt, whispering that it's not enough, that it hasn't happened yet, generating a dissonance between what you feel internally and what you accept as manifested truth. Trusting this internal process, this silent dance of energetic recalibration, is the greatest act of faith and empowerment you can perform, for it is where the true magic of the quantum leap unfolds, revealing the mastery of self-transformation, allowing for surrender. The true quantum leap is not a sudden, dramatic external event that erupts unexpectedly into your life, but a cumulative and interconnected series of internal leaps, small, vibrational reconfigurations that, together, culminate in a new version of yourself and consequently, your manifested reality on the physical plane. This is the paradigm that changes everything. The pain and doubt you felt due to the absence of grandiose external signs now transform into powerful levers for your evolution. For you understand that the universe is already responding, but in a much more intimate and personal way than you expected, demanding a new form of perception and recognition. It's a game changer, where frustration transmutes into an invitation to deepen your connection with your own innate wisdom, validating that you always had all the answers within you, waiting to be rediscovered and activated. But if these are the micro ripples, the initial language of your quantum leap, the way the universe whispers its next phase, what exactly is this internal sign that true observers, the active observers, never miss, that stands out above the rest? A key manifestation that serves as the undeniable compass of your new reality in formation and expansion. There is a singular manifestation, a convergence point of these energetic subtleties, irrefutable evidence that validates your entire inner journey, a milestone that, once recognized and accepted, transforms persistent doubt into unwavering certainty, and anxious expectation into conscious manifestation, propelling you into the next phase with an unshakable force, without questioning. Prepare to decode the most intimate language of your universe, because the next segment will precisely unveil this vibrational signature, the code you've been searching for. If you have already felt these internal ripples, these subtle shifts in your perception, in your vibrational field, in your very essence, but at some point doubted their validity, incessantly seeking external validation that never arrived in the expected form, or that the world conditioned you to expect, know that your consciousness is already activated, and this is the crucial moment to honor that inner truth, to surrender to it. Your pulsating intuition, your deepest essence, already recognizes these signs, and it is time to align your conscious mind with this innate wisdom, allowing it to guide you. Leave an "I am ready" in the comments, an energetic command that resonates with the universe, affirming your readiness to recognize, accept, and amplify the true sign that your quantum leap is active and happening at this very moment. This is an invitation for you to embrace your role as the active observer that you truly are, validating your intrinsic and irrefutable power. You have journeyed paths of self-knowledge, explored the depths of your consciousness, and felt the first inklings of a transformation unfolding on the horizon of your soul. It's as if a new song is beginning to play within you, a melody your old reality still can't quite recognize, but which you, an attentive observer, already hear. Restlessness arises, that subtle doubt that questions, is it real? Am I just imagining all this, seeking validation in every small daily coincidence? This is a legitimate pain, the frustration of a soul that feels itself expanding, but still yearns for tangible proof, an undeniable sign. You long for clear confirmation that the quantum leap is not just a hope, but a vibrant reality within your journey. Feel this need for certainty, this desire to decode the universe, the true sign that your quantum leap has not only begun but is active, and consolidating is not a lightning bolt or a dramatic event exploding into your external reality. It's not great fortunes suddenly falling from the sky, nor epic loves knocking at your door without warning. While these may be the effects of your new vibration, they are not the primary sign. The this that true observers discern is the irrefutable change in your internal vibrational resonance, manifested as a new clarity and a surprising December. It's the feeling that settles within you, an unshakable knowing that old burdens have been released, dissolved into the ether of your past, and a new, lighter, and more authentic inner truth has established itself in your deepest being. Think of it as layered relief. Those worries that once trapped your mind in an unending cycle of anxiety, the fears that held you hostage to hypothetical scenarios of scarcity or rejection, or even that relentless self-criticism that eroded your self-esteem, suddenly diminish, losing their power. You perceive them, but they no longer have the same capacity to shake you or dictate your next steps. It's as if the invisible shackles that for so long kept you anchored in a harbor of pain and limitation have been released, and you find yourself navigating calmer waters, propelled by an invisible current of trust. This is the essence of the new inner truth, a solid foundation of peace and self-confidence that builds itself, even if the external landscape is still adjusting to reflect this new internal architecture of yours. Imagine your being as a tuning fork, a metal instrument designed to vibrate at a specific frequency, producing a pure tone. Before, your old self, conditioned by past experiences and limiting beliefs, vibrated at a frequency of challenge, of constant effort, perhaps of scarcity or an emptiness you incessantly tried to fill. It was a vibration that, in resonance, attracted more of the same. Complex situations, persistent obstacles, the feeling that everything was a struggle. You felt this dissonance in every fiber of your being, a subtle but constant discomfort that permeated your interactions, your decisions, and your perception of the future. Feel now in your memory the exhaustion of that old frequency, the tension it generated in your body, the anxiety that settled in your mind. Now, the sign of the quantum leap is when your inner tuning fork, your personal energetic field, changes its tone. It realigns itself, tuning into a different frequency, the frequency of abundance, ease, grace, and the unconditional joy of your new reality. It's a profound recalibration that occurs at the soul level, at the core of your consciousness, and you feel this new harmony. It's not something you think you feel. It's something you perceive in the flow of your energy. This new vibration is not an abstract idea. It's a sensory experience, a feeling of coherence that radiates from your center, impacting your physiology, your emotions, and the clarity of your thoughts. Feel the subtlety of this change, this inner melody that now echoes within you. This new resonance manifests as a lightness that didn't exist before. You notice a remarkable decrease in mental noise. That inner voice which once criticized every move, which projected catastrophic scenarios, now seems more distant, less insistent. There's a space of silence and calm growing between thoughts, allowing intuition to emerge with greater clarity. Your body can relax in ways that seemed impossible before, releasing chronic tensions in your shoulders, jaw, and stomach. You might even feel a more fluid energy circulating within you, a gentle warmth or a pleasant vibration in your center, as if your nervous system is recalibrating to a state of greater peace and receptivity. Feel this current of well-being spreading through you, evidence that coherence is setting in. Consider for a moment your daily life. Have you noticed that suddenly, certain old worries have lost their power over you, as if they've become irrelevant or even absurd in light of your new perspective? Or perhaps, solutions to problems that once seemed insurmountable now emerge with unexpected fluidity, as if the universe is conspiring in your favor, opening paths you hadn't even contemplated. This is not an illusion or a fortuitous coincidence. It is the manifestation of your new vibrational frequency, evidence that you are no longer operating from the old paradigm of struggle, but rather from the new paradigm of ease and alignment. This is the experience of synchronicity becoming your norm, not the exception. The code of the active observer resides precisely here, in your ability to recognize and value these subtle and internal signs, instead of continuing to search for external validations that might take time to arrive, or that when they do, you might dismiss as not grand enough. The true leap is not the event itself, but your passant perception of this internal event, your permission to trust that this shift in resonance is what precedes and informs your entire new reality. You are activating a new reference point in your energetic field, a beacon that radiates your new truth and attracts circumstances and experiences corresponding to this elevated frequency. Feel the depth of this paradigm shift, the liberation from waiting, and the empowerment of recognition. This new resonance, this clarity, and ease that you now perceive and feel within your being is not a passive state to be merely observed. On the contrary, it is a flame that needs to be nurtured, an invitation to conscious co-creation. The recognition of this undeniable sign is a fundamental milestone, validation that you are indeed in the midst of a quantum leap. However, to truly consolidate this new phase, to integrate this elevated frequency into every aspect of your life, and manifest the reality your higher self already knows, we need to go beyond perception. We need to learn how to actively activate it, to direct this newly discovered energy with intention and purpose, becoming masters of our own quantum symphony. So I ask you, with the deepest sincerity and with the intention of activating this truth within your being, have you felt your inner tuning fork change its tone? Do you recognize this new vibrational harmony that resonates within your soul, even if the external world is still learning to adjust to it? If the answer is a resounding yes in your heart, an echo that spreads throughout your entire being, then share this video. Bring this vibrational clarity to a friend, a family member, someone who also seeks to decipher the whispers of the universe and validate their own journey. Together we are stronger. Together we amplify this frequency of truth and ease. Allow this resonance to expand, creating a collective field of active observers, conscious of their power of co-creation. Have you already felt this new resonance, this inner melody that announces your quantum leap? The recognition of this frequency is not the endpoint, but the initial invitation to become a quantum gardener of your own existence, an active observer who transcends mere observation to deliberate co-creation. You have identified the vibrational seed of your new reality, that clarity and ease that began to sprout internally. This is the moment to nurture the fertile soil of your beliefs and hear thoughts with conscious dedication, watering it daily with the pure water of gratitude and focused intention, while gently removing the weeds of old doubts and fears that insist on manifesting. This allows the manifestation of your highest and most expanded version to flourish in your external reality, effortlessly, like a flower opening to the sun. Feel the power of this strength in your hands. What small actions and intentions can you sow today, aligned with this new frequency of yours, to manifest the reality your future self already fully experiences? But to truly solidify this leap, for this flower to fully blossom and endure, we need to understand the one thing that prevents most people from sustaining this new reality. Don't let the momentum dissipate. Save this video to your Quantum Empowerment playlist to revisit it whenever you need to water your inner garden and recalibrate your intention, ensuring that every step is an act of conscious and intentional expansion.